I'm just gonna get straight to the point, y'all. And before I do, spoilers for the recent season of Squid Game, the last season, the third season of Squid Game. Spoilers. This season was bad, y'all, and not bad in like, oh, the execution was bad. The solutions and the way things concluded was really bad. Now, tell me why 4, 5, 6 died. Now I understand that it was not going to be a happy ending regardless because of the way the series is, but the way everything folded, it was like, why do we need these 2 seasons of Squid Game? I don't understand, man. This is crazy. If you was going to give us this ending, you might as well just end it with the first season. Also, let's just start from the beginning. So we continue off with what happened with season 2. 4, 5, 6 ended up getting caught, and the rest of the people that he was hanging out with got killed. Well, at least some of them. And they have this traitor that did, well, not a traitor, but this coward that didn't do his part getting the magazines up there so 4, 5, 6 and the other crew can do whatever to escape, and they failed because the black mask guy was one of the contestants, and he tricked them. He tricked 4, 5, 6. He tricked all his teammates because he was the host of the Squid Game stuff. So we in this third season, right? It starts off with him being angry with the guy that is really a coward, and they play this game called hide and seek where you find, they have this key. They have 3 keys, right? The square, the circle, the triangle, and they gotta find a door, to escape. And then the other side is the person that's killing the person that they see with the keys, so that they can stay alive. Now, I forgot the lady's name, the transgender woman, but she was dope in the second season. I love her in that season. She was a soldier. She overcome some things. She was the one that helped the crew, the old lady and the son, the pregnant woman, get through them games, and it was dope seeing her. She was trying to protect them in this episode, I think second episode? Yeah, between the first and second episode, she was trying to protect them and making sure they don't get hurt because, one's the pregnant woman and the other is the old lady. Oh yeah, by the way, the old lady and the son split up, so the old lady, being the ones with the keys, and the son ended up being, the people with the knives trying to kill, the people with the keys. So that happens. And then you have the baby dad with one of the killers, Thanos crew members, hanging out with him and, trying to kill as many people as they can. And so all that's happening, right? Let me just get straight to the point. The lady that helps protect the old lady and the pregnant woman ends up getting killed by the pregnant lady's baby dad. And I thought, I'm going to get to him. I thought he was going to have a redemption arc where, I have my son here, I got to protect him. Oh no, we don't get it. We going to get to that. So he ends up killing the lady. I was like, why they killed her, man? She was cool. They didn't give her a chance. She got backstabbed. Alright, first off, she finds a door where they able to, escape. She comes back and gets stabbed by the baby dad. And I'm like, why, man? You killed the best character this season. I don't understand, man. And it was the second episode of the season. I'm like, you couldn't kill her later, third, fourth episode. It had to be the second episode of the season. I'm like, all right, this is annoying, but whatever. And then once they get to the door, the old lady and the pregnant woman, to escape the game, the son comes in. All right, first off, the son, I hate the son this season. Though the second season, he was a coward. He does some selfish things, and I understand everyone else does these selfish things, but the mom tries to, stop the son from killing the baby. Oh yeah, by the way, the pregnant woman that I was talking about, she ended up being pregnant, and she got the baby out. And logic, I'm like, all right, I gotta skip all that logic shit out the way, cause first off, she let the baby out, she got pregnant, she gave birth. They didn't cut the cord, the baby just got out like swoosh, and then she was able to walk. Mind you, she has a fractured ankle, and she was still able to skip and all that. But at the same time, like, how was she able to walk after she was pregnant? How is this possible? But I let that go because I'm like, it's whatever. I'm able to have, forget about it. And so they go to the door. The son comes in, tries to kill the baby and the mom. And then the mom ends up killing the son, which is sad. I'm like, damn, with these situations. Because the son's the reason why the mom is in the game. The son, you know, having to do all these bets that put himself and his mom in debt. And now he's at the point where he has to kill the baby and the mom because he's too much of a coward to kill anybody else. And so the mom had no choice but to kill the son. And so that happens, and then it gets sadder because she recognizes that she killed her son because she gotta protect the mom and the baby. She adds 4, 5, 6, you know, protect the mom and the baby. She ends up offering herself. I'm like, oh my god, it gets even sadder. Oh man. Oh yeah, the baby dad is one of the most pieces of shit I've seen all year. This character has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. I thought when, you know, the son came, you know, from the baby mom, I'm like, okay, the dad is going to step up at some point, help 4, 5, 6 with these games, and he going to sacrifice himself at some point. No, he don't do that. He is the most selfish, most annoying, most disgusting, selfish, greedy person that I've seen in these games. I thought the guy from the very first season when he was fighting 4, 5, 6, you know, his friend, one of his old friends, I thought he was selfish. No, this guy is selfish. He was willing to kill a baby. He was willing to kill his own flesh and blood just to get this money. All of them split. As soon as they killed those other contestants, it was 3 of them. All of them was going to have $15.6 billion split. And since that's being his son or daughter, you know, the baby, he could have had double the money to take care of the kid. But no, he was like, I'm going to take all the money, step back, and that was it. I'm like, oh my god, this dude don't have no qualities. I hope he dies in the worst way possible. How are you this greedy? How are you this selfish? How are you willing to kill your own kid because of money that you were going to get anyway? Why are you so greedy, bro? Why couldn't you just step back, chill, and so you can split the money? No, this is not how the story gotta go. The baby dad has to be a piece of shit, and he has to be the one to not let anything flow the way it has to flow. Yeah, I'm so glad that baby dad died. He was the worst. He killed the best character in the show. You thought he was going to be on 4, 5, 6 side, but then he's not, and he became the worst character in all the ways possible in the show. Glad that dude died. Try to grab one of his jacket. I would have dropped that jacket immediately. But when I meant that, I meant when when 4, 5, 6 and him fell, and 4, 5, 6 had that jacket in his arm, and the baby dad tried to grab on. I would have dropped that. Bye. See you in hell, bitch. But you know, everything being sad at some point anyway, so it didn't even matter. He just ruined the whole flow, and 4, 5, 6 has to sacrifice himself because of that. Anyways, let's just get straight to it, because I'm blubbering a lot. The stuff that I don't like is that 4, 5, 6 died. The baby is the winner. Oh my god. Alright, first off, the brother of the masked man, he doesn't see him until the last minute of the season. And you're like, what is the reason for this plot? We wasting all this time for him trying to meet his brother, and it only lasts us like a minute or two? What? And then the Americans are the worst part of the show. I can ignore everything in this show because the acting is still good. Well, not from the Americans, from the, you know, the people in the games and all that for the most part. But every American in this show is really bad. Like really bad. There was one girl that talked like Tiffany Stratton from WWE. I swear to God, they had a Wonder Woman reference. Like one dude was like, "Oh, this is like Marvel, the Wonder Woman," and she was like, "Aren't you talking about DC?" I'm like, "Oh my God, this is so bad. The delivery is bad. I don't understand how you have these American actors and they're really bad. They are terrible. And the worst part is, they had this ending, and the masked man has to go to 456's daughter because 456 died. So he meets the daughter. They like it in San Francisco or something like that in America. After that, he drives, and there's traffic. He looks through the alley and sees, people are playing, the card game that they played in Squid Game at the beginning. And you look closer in the alley, Kate Blanchett is in the alley. I swear to God, it looked like an SNL skit. I never seen Kate Blanchett look bad at anything. Here, it was bad, man. It was like, is this the same series or is this an SNL skit? Oh man, even Kate Blanchett, as much as she tried with the few seconds she got, it was not good. It was a bad look. If they try that American Squid Game stuff, it's not gonna work, bro. As from the things I've seen, it does not look good. This looked like a cash grab that Netflix tries to do, and they don't get the point, and they sacrifice the moral story of Squid Game just to get their pockets in with all this money with this series. Continuing the series when the first season was as good as it is, it needs to be just that single season. They made him do 2 seasons. He didn't even mean to do it. He had to do it because of money, which obviously, get your bag. But at the same time, it's like, damn, you sacrificing the story you had in the first season, and now it's just a waste because we have this character 456 having a bad ending, dying, and the baby ended up winning the games. Which I know they wasn't gonna kill the baby, but it's like, damn, this is how you ended? You might as well just stop the first season. He didn't even meet his daughter. He didn't even meet his daughter that he was talking to at the last ending of the season. It's like, why are we wasting our time with this, man? Oh, bro. This was not as disappointing as, it's the 7th and 8th season of Game of Thrones, because those seasons and those episodes were really bad. Like, historically bad. It's not as bad execution wise, but it's bad in like the way it impacts the whole story of Squid Game and the quality of it. It's like, this show was so good the first season. Amazing moments, the sacrifices they had to go through, the challenges he had to go through, and we wasted our whole time with the character that we, was rooting for and understanding, and now he died for no particular reason. So now we here all depressed and sad, and now we have to find something funny to watch because of this depressing ass, sad ass story. I can't, man. This could be so much better. And if you think the American stuff is going to be good, I don't know, bro. It don't look good. It does not look good. But yeah. Sorry for the yapping. Those are like my thoughts on the show. All right, y'all.